Alright, guys, so we are going to react to what happened at the White House between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and obviously Donald Trump. As he said later on, it made for a good TV, and I just want to react to this good TV content right now. So let's get on with it.
With us, you start having playing cards. Right now, you're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people say.
That's the issue with Trump, like, you gotta respect me. Like, I am your Emperor Highness, that you have to respect me. And since I gave you weapons, you have to respect me. Like, how is it a democracy, man? I mean, you you might not be an oligarch, but obviously his attitude is that of an oligarch, and obviously the kind of money he has made. But my my objection is to the sheer hypocrisy that Trump is showing here, or the US administration is showing here. That is a democratically elected government. Maybe you have won it by crook, but you are a democratically elected government and you cannot ask for favors, even implicitly. Like, I understand you have given weapons to Zelensky, but that doesn't mean he has to, kiss your ass. But that's what Trump is doing, and that's why he's so shameful, because some of the people, they maintain their dignity at that highest chair of the country, highest land, highest office of the land. They will maintain that dignity. That, yeah, I want submission from you, but I would make it look subtle. But that's where Trump is like absolutely shameless, that he, like, I want your submission, give me your submission, give me your respect. Let's move on.
Have you said thank you once?
And look at how J.D. Vance now interjects himself. Like, have you ever thanked me once? I mean, what sort of hypocrisy is that? Like, nobody's forcing America to give weapons to Ukraine. Like, let them go to wolves, let them go to Putin, who is definitely not short of the way he runs the country, and we all know his morality, right? So the nobody asked you to give us weapons. Nobody asked you to. You were doing it because you have your obligations. We know how politics works. It's a dark alley. Nobody knows nothing. There is no transparency. There are vested interests there. So nobody's asking you to give weapons to Ukraine. You are doing it on your own accord. And now what do you want in reply? You want submission? You want respect? Look at the way he's treating a head of state, Zelensky, who has led the country remarkably well, strategized guerrilla warfare tactics, and nowadays Russia, which is almost like an empire and people fear, and the kind of weapons and ammunitions these guys have, they should have walked over Ukraine, but Zelensky didn't let it happen, right? The army, the people, they're still fighting it out. They're still fighting it out, and it's a stalemate after almost like 3 years. So Zelensky must have done something good. Who is J.D. Vance to interject here and speak so disrespectfully, to ask for his, like, show me some respect? Why should I show you some respect, man? This is democratically elected government. We both have our interest, give and take relationship. This is like pure slave master slave relationship. Look at how JD Vance interjecting here so disrespectfully, asking Zelensky, have you ever said thanks to one? Like, they're doing a huge favor to him. You might do a huge favor, I understand, but that's not the way. That's not the way to treat a head of state. When you are doing diplomacy, you cannot do that. Let's see some more.
And the president who's trying to save the country. Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, he's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble. No, you've done a lot of talking.
Look at the tone here. I mean, these two guys acting like gangster and try to intimidate Zelensky, who is like alone. Look at his body posture. Look at the way he's sitting. He's right at the edge of his seat. He is uncomfortable, obviously. When you take on America is a heavyweight, Ukraine doesn't stand a chance. But that's where the earlier leaders like Obama, Biden had some class. They also knew Ukraine doesn't stand a chance, but they would give them dignity. And this is not how politics was done earlier. But this is like gangster politics. Show me some respect. I'm giving you weapons. I'm doing you a favor. Show me favor. And doing it all of that publicly in front of everything. Like, America, you made a bad, bad choice. This is not how diplomacy is done. You know what's going to happen next? Trump can act as gangster all as he wants, can do whatever he wants to do. But the thing is that the diplomacy has changed. Diplomacy doesn't work in terms of strongman tactics. The world has moved on since Hitler. They saw Hitler and they knew in future we'll see someone like Hitler who would like it's like my way or highway. So that's why the diplomacy game was changed, and now everybody has their own interest. It's a give and take relationship. If Trump tries to be a brat, other people won't submit to him. We have seen in Mexico, we have seen with Canada. I mean, the media here in India is like showing Trump is like strongman and all that stuff, and there is Fox News back in US, which is like showing you Trump has got everything, but he hasn't. It's an interconnected world, and America will also risk some strike on retaliatory strikes from people and other nations. We have got China, who is like winning influence, and Trump's bullshit that what he did yesterday in the White House is only going to make China more powerful and give more leverage to Xi Jinping, who's now trying to win, your enemy's enemy is my friend. So what Trump's bad diplomacy is doing is that he's making more enemies than friends. And I'm really shocked the way JD fans reacted to this whole stuff. Like this is what happens, you want to kick, you want to lick